CBS Sports coverage of the National Football League is sponsored by Mercedes-Benz, engineered like no other car in the world. The Gillette Apra Plus system and Gillette Foaming, together the best a man can get. And by Levi's Dockers. If you're not wearing Dockers, you're just wearing pants.
Tim Ryan with Randy Cross at the Metrodome in Minneapolis. And the Lions will be kicking off to begin the second half. Eddie Murray, who closed the first half with a 50-yard field goal to reduce the margin to 24-10. The Lions within striking distance with so much time still to go. We're just halfway through the Metrodome. Deep for the Vikings will be Darren Nelson in the middle, number 20. Along with Alfred Anderson and D.J. Dozier. Nelson from the 11. Coverage outside. Carl Painter, number 26. Nailing him at the 26-yard line. Painter limping. He is bothered with the leg injury and hasn't really seen a lot of action. It's an ankle that's troublesome to him.
Now, Wayne Fonte said their biggest problem defensively was first down. They're giving up way too many yards on first down. And here you see Minnesota 3-point forward. To this point, he's succeeded. You know what he needs more of right now, though, Tim? Turnover. They've got to get the ball in his offensive hands more often. Detroit has to get a turnover.
Penny runs into the linebacker, Victor Jones. Carried him for a couple. Lions, you talked about how well their defense is playing, and I certainly agree. And when you consider they've got two starters out of there, two guys that they feel highly about. Wayne Fonte is a former defensive coordinator, a very defensive-minded guy. He's got Keith Ferguson on injured reserve, a real important pass-rushing defensive end. The right side being replaced by Kevin Brooks, came over on waivers. And then he's got Dennis Gibson down with Victor Jones in, and he's got Jameson starting for Michael Cofer. So they're really doing a fine job. On second down, Penny, a big hole. To the 42-yard line of the Vikings. Minnesota first down. Chris Spielman got him there.
Detroit on that play seemed to have it. Look at it. Both defensive ends are reduced down over the guards. Gary Ball's over the center. Can't quite get out there fast enough. And Finney, good blocking by the Minnesota Viking offensive line. You open up a hole like that. Minnesota has to get their running game going in this half.
14-yard pickup. Anderson wide open out of the backfield. First down at the 39 of Detroit. George Jameson, the linebacker, number 58, stopped him there.
Both of the last two plays, Tim, they've looked a little bit confused, the Detroit Lion defense. Like they haven't been quite sure what's going on. They get back into the basic 3-4, and Tommy Kramer gets a little roll out to his right, but he's going to throw back, and nobody is even near Anderson. He's out there all by himself. Jameson just comes in, puts a nice form tackle, and wraps up the play.
One of the things Burns likes about his five backs as a group is that they can all catch the ball well out of the backfield. Aaron Nelson. Nelson for about 8. A little flash of speed. Jimmy Williams stopped him there. Nelson has now gone over the 4,000 mark for his career. He needed a yard on that carry, and he's up to 4,005. And a lot to prove in his quiet way. He's a very charming, well-liked young man, and all the talk of Herschel Walker and the possibility that he might be among the people leaving Dallas if that deal comes off. I'm sure Darren wants to prove that he's a top-quality back, the number 1 pick back in '82. Second down, long 3. A little mess up there on the exchange. Loudermilk and Kramer. Referee Gordon McCarter trying to calm down Tommy Kramer.
I think Tommy was a little bit mad about Jerry Ball. Senses this offside, sees the movement happening. Here's the whistle that says Loudermilk lives a little early. You can't blame him. Heck, the ball goes on the ground. As far as he's concerned, this thing's live. Ooh. Got to do a little cosmetic surgery on Mr. Kramer there. Yeah, Yeah, now call a signal with that shoe strap in your mouth.
Third down. And 7 to go. Nico Noga in now as a down lineman, number 51. Flags are down. Kramer, and it is intercepted. Picked up by Jerry Holmes at the 17-yard line. And all kinds of flags flying. Still. Tommy Kramer gets right in the middle of this discussion. Line judge Ron Baines is a big piece of it here with Gordon McCarter, the referee. Now the head linesman, Dave Anderson, gives his opinion.
Isn't there a littering law down here in Minneapolis? I'm throwing all this stuff all over the field.
Right now there are 1, 2, 3, 4 flags down on 5 flags on this play. 5 of them. They're scattered all over. There's one out at the 41-yard line, one at the 35, one at the 18, 3 across the 18.
The main reason for all this hesitation, there's at least 3 different infractions.
It's going to take a while to sort it out here, but the UN Security Council was met.
Yep. Illegal motion, number 72, offense. Holding, number 36, defense.
Play.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 46 under defense, throwing the football away. Everything offset, repeat, third down.
Well, there's no 46 on the defense, but that's okay. Evidently, my guess is it was Holmes who had made the interception.
Well, you get a little motion, so you got 1 penalty. You get a little holding on the defense, so you get another penalty. Kramer figures I got a free play. There's a holding right there in front of you. You saw Blades run over Leo Lewis. And Holmes comes in there. Holmes figures, I've got an interception. And he throws the ball. You can't do that. That's your penalty number 3.
Well, the Vikings keep the ball is the bottom line, so another mess by the Lions. And Carter can't hold on. Good hit on him from Terry Taylor, number 21. Over from Seattle and a trade right before the start of the season. Perfectly timed hit on Carter.
As good a play as that was by Terry Taylor, Anthony Carter almost made a fabulous one-handed, behind him, over his head type of a catch.
So Scribner will have to punt. Walter Stanley waiting for it at the 10. Seconds to snap it here. Perfect kick by Scribner out at the 8. So the Lions will start deep in their own territory when we return. Humphrey Metrodome, set of the 1992 Super Bowl here in Minneapolis. And here today, the Vikings on top, 24-10 in the third quarter. 10:58 to play. Jim Ryan with Randy Cross. And the interception by the Lions negated by the penalty. Instead, they will start from their 8-yard line following Scribner's punt. Eric Hipple, complete. Short of the first down to Robert Clark, and a flag thrown again, which now comes as no surprise. We are expecting it on every play.
You see a flag coming in from that part of the field. That linesman over there on the side is watching either the offensive tackle or the cornerback for holding.
Gordon McCarter explaining the options here to Eric Hipple. Down in distance.
I should have known they were going to call a lot of penalties today. McCarter called one on the tunnel downstairs of the stadium here on me. Called me. Walking down the tunnel, he goes, holding, number 51. Points at me.
That was just instinct on his reflex action on his part. Recognized you from your commercial, no doubt.
No, I was facing him.
Even though you have the naked lip now. Or had the naked lip during the commercial.
Holding, number 55, defense, penalty declined, second down.
Studwell, number 55, calls for the hold. And here in Minneapolis, there was a marathon earlier today, and Don Janicki was the winner in the men's, and Kim Rosenquist Jones in the women's elite division. Beautiful day for it, too. Cool and sunny. 2nd and 2. Sanders trying to get the first down. Keith Millard on the stop, and it'll be close. Ken Dallafor there. He's in for Mike Utley, who had to leave the game with a knee injury. Sanders now 10 carries, 42 yards rushing.
You know, Barry said besides the natural thing where guys on this level are faster, he's used to Oklahoma State handling the ball 30 times a game. Here at Detroit, he says, I'm only getting it 10, 12 times a game.
That may change. 3rd down and less than a yard. Sanders, Vikings in the backfield to meet him. Stop them short of the first down. Carl Lee with the initial hit.
Carl Lee happy about doing a little forcing. Eric Hipple is not your classic option quarterback. Just flips the ball out here to Barry Sanders. Great play. Look at that fill by 39 Carl Lee. Turns it back inside. Eric, get out of the way. You're going to get hurt. Quarterbacks shouldn't be around piles like that.
That was a very late blocking attempt by Eric Hipple.
It was a valiant effort, though. I mean, his heart's in the right place.
Arnold at the 2-yard line. Leo Lewis. Ever dangerous back at the 38-yard line. Short punt. Tripped over his own man at the 47-yard line, but they are in Detroit territory.
Over the past decade,
Defensive position at the 46-yard line of Detroit, and up 24-10. 2 defensive touchdowns, accounting for the bulk of the Vikings points to this point. Kramer's 2-yard touchdown pass to Brent Novoselsky. Their only really good drive of the game thus far. Kramer with time over the outstretched hands of Jordan, who just got a fingertip on it. For an NFL update, let's go to Brent Musburger in New York.
All right, Tim, this is the play that now has the Chicago Bears back to within 7. Tomczak zips the touchdown pass to Sanders, and it's 28-21. Back to Tim.
Buccaneers and the Bears in a battle down in Tampa Bay. Mike Tomczak, I guess the skeptics seeing if he can bring the Bears back from behind. 2nd down, 9. Jordan has this one short of the first down. It'll leave 3rd and about a yard. And they get to the 37-yard line where Victor Jones and Chris Spielman, the inside linebacker, stop. The Bears on top at 4-0 in a logjam in the middle. Now, Tampa Bay and Green Bay, Randy, I don't think people would have expected to see them right there with Minnesota after 4.
Not at all. People always assume that Central Division is a 2-team race. To this point, not really. Tampa Bay, Ray Perkins has been playing really well. Green Bay's a Jekyll and Hyde team, but you don't ever want to count them out. They can come back from any deficit.
Anderson hit behind the line by guess who? Jerry Ball. That'll bring up a punting situation, and that front of the Lions continues to play solidly.
You know, I gave Jerry Ball my Super Bowl ring to look at. I didn't think he was going to give it back to me yesterday. See him here against Loudermilk. He tried to do a little slip block, but he and Huffman, number 72, Jerry Ball is having none of that. If you're going to block Jerry Ball, number 93, you need 2 people, and they have to be low, and their form has to be perfect, because he'll run through most combination blocks.
Scribner standing at his 45. Stanley at the 10. Nearly blocked. Will be a touchback. Gary Taylor had a good run at it. Lions will start from their 20 when we return. 7:28 to go, third quarter.
This point. Well, he's got plenty of time left at this point right now. He needs to consistently move the ball and keep the Vikings in bad field position. He's backed up now.
Barry Sanders to the 36-yard line, first down. Joey Browner on the tackle. You listen to Jerry Burns talk about what he expected today. It wasn't the pass offense of the run and shoot he was worried about. It was this guy.
That's right. Look at this guy running at you. Can you believe how quick this guy? Look at those darting moves. Joey Browner, though, you've got to give him a lot of credit. He has got incredible hand strength. A lot of that comes from his martial arts. He takes karate. He's got a lot of the Minnesota Vikings involved in a 3 times a week karate class.
He's a real devotee of that sport. He likes everything about it, including the mental discipline that is great. And the physical strengthening has been great. Hipple running the ball. How about that, sports fans? Hipple for a first down to the 46-yard line. Little option play by the veteran quarterback, 31-year-old Eric Hipple.
Well, I remember Jim Plunkett having to run this back with the Patriots when Chuck Fairbanks was there. He faked a little flip out to Sanders and said, oh, what the heck, I'll take it up here. Merriweather makes yet another play with a little help from Joey Browner.
They're going to measure the first down. And, you know, Hipple's going to take a close look at this.
Good question for Eric Hipple. We should ask him, when was the last time you ran for a first down?
Right.
On purpose.
Well, he's already scored a touchdown on a 1-yard run as well. Maybe he's been taking karate classes in Detroit, build up his foot speed. Here are the guys that Joey Browner's kind of converted into extra practice sessions after the regular practices here during the week. There's quite a lineup of guys that have gotten into it with him. It's an instructor that he's worked with for a number of years. And Al Nova, for one, feels that it's just absolutely turned him around in 1 year. A troubled rookie a year ago, a starter this year. Hipple is sacked. To the 37 by Millard. Third sack of the day for Minnesota.
Well, Hipple doesn't even get a chance really to set up. Here's Millard at about the right center of your screen, number 75, going against Dallafor. Goes inside, gives him a quick rip under. Dallafor hardly even touches him, and heck, he's on Hipple. Hipple never really had a chance. So you see that quick move out of Millard. And then he wants to let everybody know about it. We saw that quick rip like that. That's what makes him so dangerous for a guy his size.
Second and long back at the 37. Green, Sanders, flag. First down yardage to the 39-yard line of Minnesota. Odds are the flag's against Detroit. Darrell Fullington made the stop on Sanders.
Detroit's having a little problem with illegal man downfield on these quick screens. They're getting them off real fast.
Ineligible downfield, number 75, offense. 10-yard penalty, repeat second down.
Lomas Brown is the man illegally downfield. Let's see if we can pick it up.
Lomas is the left tackle on your right-hand side of your screen. See, Millard jumps around quick. They let the guys go. Lomas sort of wanders downfield. 75 right here in the middle of your screen. Studwell evades him, but manages to fall down. And Sanders, I don't know how many yards this guy's lost today just on penalties that have been taken away from him. But as an offensive lineman, I can tell you, you get a little nervous. You anticipate that screen coming, you start hopping and moving. Heck, I was downfield in the Super Bowl. That could have cost us the game.
Second down and 28. Hayes with another flag down. Mike Merriweather on the stop. We're going to have to recruit another statistician just to record the penalties today. How's Dick Bossing, our regular guy, doing with him? What's that bring us to?
He's down to his third pencil.
12 for Detroit, 9 for Minnesota. And we're still 5:04 to go in the third.
offside. 71 defense, 5-yard penalty, repeat second down.
That's Ken Clark. Clark coming in to replace Tim Newton early on. Newton apparently suffered a broken hand back in the first half. And Ken Clark, veteran, taken over for him. Take a quick look at the other scores. Clark came over on waivers from Seattle and played previously with the Eagles. 32-year-old reliable defensive tackle. Sanders again. Nowhere to go this time. Millard had him around the ankles and had help from his friend. (23-7) score. You saw Indianapolis over Buffalo, and Jim Kelly is out of that game with an injured left wrist. Frank Reich has taken over at quarterback. Kelly having a great start for the Bills. They're trying to get to 4-1, and Indianapolis can pull even with them in the AFC East if they win that game. Noga. Fourth Viking sack.
Tim, you mentioned earlier, not number 99 there, Al Noga's in the karate classes. He's a different player this year. He's got a lot more confidence, and he's playing with a lot more strength. He just throws Harvey Thielen, number 73, down, and he's on Hipple within about 2 or 3 paces after that. He's a great guy, just a really exuberant, happy type of a player out of the University of Hawaii.
Brother Nico on the other side of the field today with the Lions. They had a visit before the game. Arnold. Lewis from the 30-yard line dropped the ball. Lions have it. Normally reliable Leo Lewis tossed it up to Ray Crockett. So Detroit with another opportunity here. They haven't been able to do much with these chances. They have it at the 31.
This is just the kind of thing the Detroit Lions and Wayne Fontes have been waiting for. You saw Lewis took his eyes off it. He was looking downfield for the blockers, and you can't do that. And Crockett just scrambles in there and takes the ball away from Lewis. Now, I mentioned earlier about field position. You got to change the field position. Detroit now, whether they score or not, is going to have Minnesota backed up. And with this much time left in the game, heck, you have over 18 minutes left in the game. It's plenty of time for a team like Detroit to score a couple more touchdowns.
Well, that's just such a rarity to see Leo Lewis make a mistake on a punt return. In fact, chatting with Jerry Burns, he was talking about how reliable, how intelligent he is in making his choices, when to return, when to fair catch. And Detroit now will try to take advantage of that rare miscue by Lewis. Barry Sanders all the way to the 12-yard line. Sanders had a real good hole out the left side. Boy, can he explode. 19 yards on the carry.
I've never seen a guy that can make defensive players look so uninterested in tackling them. They're near him. They're right around him. They're getting a chance. Merriweather gets a hand on him. I mean, this guy has got such acceleration. He's scaring these people. They're not following through with their tackle. They're just sort of hesitant. They're afraid to commit for a tackle in fear that he'll cut back and burn them.
He's got 77 yards already. 14 carries, and as you pointed out, several called back by penalty. Sanders again, inside. Not a lot of room there. Noga met him first. Number 99. Scott Scudwell cleaning up. Pick up of maybe 2 on the play for Barry Sanders. Very calm, poised young man. The only giveaway to the fact that he's a rookie was his own admission of not showing a lot of sense not wearing the hip pads a couple of weeks ago.
You know, and Wayne Fontes said, if you get a chance, look at this guy's size and his length. He's only 203 pounds. He's 5'9" or so, but he is so strong downstairs.
Second down, long 8. Hipple. Nice recovery try by Sanders, but Hipple had to unload. He had 2 Vikings Noga and Merriweather on top of them. And another flag that will be against Merriweather.
I think what we're going to see here, Tim, is another example of hitting the quarterback up above the chest, what a referee will really take as a headshot.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Blow to the chin. Half the distance for the dead ball spot, automatic first down.
Blow to the chin, the terminology chosen by Gordon McCarter.
Merriweather standing at the top of your screen, number 57, just blows through. It's designed as a quick screen. See those two hands up into his face? No. You know you did something wrong. Don't complain. He's not complaining. He's probably just saying, why did you do that?
Merriweather's had an outstanding game to this point for the Vikings, including a touchdown interception return.
Look at that. Minnesota's defense ranks the worst in the NFL on this inside the 20. Opponents have had the ball 10 times in there. They've scored all 10, 8 of those touchdowns.
Crowd into it. Sanders pulled down by Merriweather. Little of any gain. Looks like it might be a loss of about a yard. Ball spotted at the 6-yard line. Second and goal. Phillips has come in at one of the wide receiver spots. Number 24, Mobley is out.
Time for him to split them out with this run and shoot and flick a pass in here.
Now Hipple talking to McCarter about the crowd noise. Flag is down, and it looks like we'll have the warning under the new rule here. There is a discussion between the referee and the back judge and Eric Hipple as to what the options are here. Now, Hipple can ask, as he obviously did there, to, hey, I can't get my single call. My teammates can't hear me. Now, they can. Hipple may wish he didn't get the play off.
It's really hard to decide who should get this sack. It's coming from one direction. It's Mike Merriweather there, number 57. Al Noga coming from the bottom of your screen, number 99. Gets the arm over on Harvey Salem. Who's going to get there first? Oh, the call goes to Al Noga. First one to the quarterback.
Well, Hipple really got rocked that time.
But offensive lineman, it makes it impossible to hear a snap count. The defenders get the jump in this situation.
Hipple, interception, Millard. Barry Sanders after him. To the 31-yard line.
Millard here is on the bottom right-hand side of your screen, right next to Noga. Noga's 99. He gets the jump, number 75. Good arm over. He's actually blocked well, but Noga gets it off. Hipple tries to flip it. In there goes Millard. Millard figures, hey, I got a touchdown. I'm going to go 90-something yards. This is a heck of a deal. All of a sudden, he sees Barry Sanders. Here's the flea trying to bring down the elephant. But you know what? The flea wins.
Good job by Sanders, and Millard probably says, I could have outrun anybody else. Wayne Font saying, what next? As Keith Millard went 48 yards with an interception, and those numbers counting a 90-yarder by Holt for a score, Merriweather 15 for a score. Darren Nelson to the 25-yard line of Detroit. Victor Jones on the stop. And that is the end of the third quarter. With the score, the Minnesota Vikings 24, Detroit 10. We now pause for a word from your local station.
This is CBS.
Beale Street in old Milwaukee both mean something great to these guys. Beale Street means the Blues Festival and spicy barbecue, Memphis style. And old Milwaukee means the...
2nd and 4, the Vikings beginning the fourth quarter. Darren Nelson close to first down yardage. This drive set up by the interception by Keith Millard as Al Noga about to sack Hipple. Hipple tried to make a play. Millard picked it off and took it all the way down to the 31. The Lions, there's Anthony Carter, and he has a hamstring problem that bothered him for some time and took himself out of the game earlier. Gustafson has taken over for him. Carter doesn't seem to be too concerned about the injury or the score at this point. Benny on 3rd and 1 has the first down inside the 20. For an NFL update, now let's go to our studios in New York and Brent Musburger.
Tim, here's the biggest play of the day for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. After Chicago had closed to within 7, Tate took this pitch and powered his way into the end zone, 16 yards out. They're into the fourth quarter now. It's 35-21. Bucks to be headed for a big upset. Let's go back to Tim.
Ooh, that's a lot of points against that Chuck Bears defense, Randy. 35, and they're still playing in Tampa. So first down, Vikings inside the 20 of Detroit. Alfred Anderson for about 6. Jamison on the hit.
We talk about those Tampa Bay Bucks, Tim. Ray Perkins proved in that second week. He got the 49ers' attention. Joe Montana had to have a last-minute drive to win that game. These guys are for real. They're playing aggressive, tough defense, and Vinny Testaverde is finally starting to make that passing game.
Tommy Kramer, 11 of 18 to this point. Later today, doubleheader action. Those 49ers you referred to against New Orleans at the Superdome. Big game in the NFC West. Benny got about 3 yards. He's 3rd and about 2, we would estimate. Rick Benny out of the University of Washington. All the backs get into the action here. Alan Rice, bothered by a knee, has not seen any play today and won't. But otherwise, everybody's gotten time. Dozier, Nelson, Anderson, and Benny, and that's been the team for Minnesota this season. From the shotgun on 3rd down. 3 wide receivers in. Inside to Nelson. Good reaction by the Lions defensively. They have stopped him short of the first down. Victor Jones, the initial contact, and William White coming up from safety, number 35.
You know, you talk about the backs with the Minnesota Vikings, how many they use. Tommy Kramer there, number 9, has got all that great explosive power at his disposal. It's been since Chuck Foreman that they've had a truly great running back here at Minnesota. I mean, Chuck was a guy that could run with it. He could catch the ball and run with it. And that's basically, I mean, to be honest, that's the real main reason they're looking at a guy like Herschel Walker. They need a game breaker at the running back position.
Fun to run into Chuck Foreman the other night when we arrived in town. Not a little over his playing weight, but not a lot. Looked real good. Carlos will attempt a 29-yard field goal. Scribner holding. And Carlos missed it. Carlos misses a 29-yarder. Now that's got to give these Lions a lift here. They're within 2 touchdowns and a lot of time left.
What good is an abundance of rich, soft leather in a luxury car if it doesn't have the stopping power of anti-lock brakes? What good is more legroom than the biggest cattle?
Tim Ryan, Randy Cross, and the story of the game has been Lions miscues and Eric Hipple struggling in his first effort at run and shoot. He has been lifted with those numbers to take out with him 7 of 18, 2 interception returns for touchdowns, and the last one to Millard Fortunately for the Lions, Carlos missed the field goal. It stands 24-10. Now we're going to see a guy you know from San Francisco, Bob Galliano.
That's right, and Bob is the only true run-and-shoot quarterback that Detroit has. He's also a newly married man. Him and his wife, Kim, got married at a rock station in Detroit a couple weeks ago.
A little different.
Oh, yeah. Well, quarterbacks are different.
First down, Lions at their 20. Sanders buried. Loss on the play of about a yard. I mentioned that Bob Galliano actually did, it's no joke. He went to a rock and roll station in Detroit, got married during your regular rock and roll stuff. But he's been joined in some other circumstance. Michael Jordan got married in the middle of the night. One of those little chapels in Las Vegas.
Has there been that many full moons in the last month or so?
I don't know. Might have blew. Were you at the wedding in Candlestick?
I missed that Mal marriage, no.
Larry Bird. I mean, it's been kind of a fun week for the athletes. Last couple of weeks, we should say. Galliano, first pass out to Johnson. Richard Johnson complete. Now, does the walk and shoot become the run and shoot again here, Randy?
Well, as we see Bob Galliano's stats so far in '89, I believe it reverts back to its old form. Bob Galliano ran it in the USFL with the Denver Gold when Mouse Davis was the offensive coordinator with them, and he's got a better grasp. I mentioned earlier Eric Hipple and Walter Stanley were the only ones talking NFL language. Bob talks run and shoot as all these wide receivers do. He knows where all these guys are going to be.
Had a brief look as a backup with the 49ers, and now getting his opportunity in that role here at Detroit. They're waiting for Rodney Peete. That is Jason Phillips, number 24, a rookie from Houston, number 10 round pick. And there's Mouse Davis with the man that they plan on running this. Rodney Peete on the left of your screen, and Peete signaling into play, but he's got a bad knee. They don't want to take any chance that he'll be hurt any further. They want to get him healthy, get him used to this system, and Wayne Fontes couldn't be any more strong about saying, this is my quarterback.
That's right, and he's equally as strong as saying, this is my offense. A lot of people are going to start calling for them to change their offense. I think Wayne Fontes is on the right track. He's got to stick to his guns and goes when he thinks it's going to work.
He's got a 2nd and 7. Galliano's long pass. Broken up, just a little bit short. Isaac Holt recovering on Walter Stanley, who had a step on it. The ball hung up just enough for Holt to recover.
You saw Bob Galliano's look of disgust there. He knows that he's gotten his ball a little bit further in front of Stanley. He would have had a catch for a long gain. Best case scenario, maybe a touchdown. Great protection by the offensive line of the Detroit Lions, and Stanley's got a step or two on Holt, but he's got to play back to the ball because it's thrown short.
That leaves a 3rd down for Bob Galliano, 31 years of age, and his 5th year out of Utah State, former USFLer, and he's pointed out, signed as a free agent, his last NFL team, the 49ers. Sanders with flags down. Takes it up for first down yardage to the 46-yard line of Detroit. Darrell Fullington steered him out. Was it against the Lions or the Vikes?
Offside, 99 defense, penalty decline, first down.
Al Noga, and fortunately for Barry Sanders, that run counts. He's had several called back by somebody else's miscue. Word out of that Buffalo game as we see Tampa still on top of Chicago. Jim Kelly has had to leave the game against Indianapolis. The Colts leading 30-7 as we see these other NFL scores for you. Kelly will be gone for up to a month with a separated left shoulder. First down, Lions. Nice catch by Richard Johnson. And they have the first down and does. Right at the marker. Andre McMillan pushed him out.
We're seeing the run and shoot run as the run and shoot. Bob Galliano's got these receivers in key to him right now. He'll hand up every now and again to Sanders, but he's dinking it out. The real theory on this is to do these little dinks. Sooner or later, the defense is going to make a mistake, and then you take advantage of the long shot.
Hippo, from Wisconsin, was on the sidelines. Things haven't gone too well for him today. He was eager to get back into action after 2 years away as a starter. Injuries a year ago and an 87. Sanders stopped at the line of scrimmage by Ken Clark. Ken Clark, we mentioned, in for Tim Newton, who broke his hand. And Newton, of course, has got the illegal problems to deal with. He had another drunk driving charge.
Clark is over the center. Kevin Glover, number 53, number 71 here, just takes a quick onside rush, goes right through Glover's attempted block, and is in the backfield to take Sanders on. You know, Ken Clark was the prototype nose guard for a lot of years with the Philadelphia Eagles, went to Seattle, and then is now with the Minnesota Vikings. Here we see Tim Newton with a hat sitting on the sideline with his broken hand.
Second and 12. Complete. Jason Phillips. First down. Galliano has the Lions on the move. I should point out that Newton is really the backup to Henry Thomas. He's out with a knee injury, inactive today. So the Vikings have got some problems as we see Newton again from the back. The Vikings have got problems at left defensive tackle with injuries now to Thomas and Newton. A heavy ice bag on there.
There you go. Put that down. I know that ice doesn't feel good, Tim, but put it on there. Make that swelling go down. Well, I say as a player, you hate to put that ice on the stuff. That is real uncomfortable.
Galliano 3 of 4. Lions at the 32-yard line. Incomplete. Try to get it to Barry Sanders. For another NFL update, let's go to Brent Musburger.
All right, Tim, tell them to line up an extra cool one in the pubs in Minneapolis because the Vikings can pull to within a game of first as Tate just zipped in for his second touchdown on the day for the Buccaneers. It's 42-21, the most points the Bears have given up since '81. Back to Tim.
Ooh, those are some kind of numbers, and I think they just put them up here. Yeah, they did. They're going to rise from the ground here, Brent. They put them up on the board at the Metrodome, and we're told that in that game, Joe Ferguson is now quarterback for Tampa Bay with Vinny Testaverde having an injured knee. But Buccaneers day looks like. A flag down on 2nd and 10. Galliano complete. Is he inbounds or out? No, he is out of bounds. Jason Phillips.
And you might find this hard to believe, but there's a flag down on the field.
Audrey McMillan had the coverage. Jason Phillips out of bounds. Incomplete, even though he caught the ball, and now we wait for the flag report. And they're talking to the Vikes, so it's going to be against the Detroit Lions. Joey Browner signaling over to the sideline here to Floyd Peters, saying, okay, what do you want here, Coach? I'll take whatever you tell me.
Illegal motion. 24 offense, penalty decline, third down.
You know, Jason Phillips, who was just out of bounds, is out of the University of Houston, 5'7", 186. They've been using that run and shoot down in Houston. This run and shoot, people make fun of it, but it is successful. It gets a lot of yards and a lot of points. It just takes a little time to kick in, obviously, as Detroit's having a few problems with it.
Well, and the rookie was the man offside, Phillips himself, who made the catch out of bounds, leaving Miami into overtime. Third down, little drop play to Sanders. Net by Merriweather. Got to the 26-yard line. It'll leave 4th and about 4. Now, I can't imagine there'll be any hesitation here about what they're going to do. And there's an injured Viking player down, and it's McMillan, number 26, Plan B free agent cornerback who came over from the Houston, from the Houston Oilers, also out of the University of Houston. And McMillan getting a lot of time today because of the defense set up against the run and shoot.
Wayne Fountain is looking at a 4th down here, 4th and about 4, and he's going to go for it. Down 24-10, this late in the 4th quarter. I don't look at it as he has got any other choice. He's got to make something happen right now, or he's out of the game.
7:40 to go. keeps the crowd aroused here in Minnesota. Galliano can run for it, and he has it. Nailed from behind by Chris Dolman, and Galliano is very slow to get up. Looks like he was collared by Dolman. He never saw Dolman. And Galliano a little shaky as he gets up. He got the yardage, but he paid a price.
Usually when you see quarterbacks hurt, it's when they get in situations they either aren't expecting to blow or aren't familiar with. Galliano scrambles out of the pocket. He sees he can make the first down. You'll just see 56 Dolman come in here. Look at that. He puts that left paw right underneath Bob Galliano's chin.
I think he got his neck twisted a little bit here.
But Bob knows he's got the first down. He's concentrating on that. He never even sees Dolman. He got him right on the upper shoulder to the head.
You know, that's one of those things where Galliano probably was thinking there, I should probably slide for the first down, but he saw some more yardage ahead of him, and he went for it.
Yeah, well, he saw
Dolman.
He said, I'm going to slide pretty soon. I'm going to slide pretty soon.
Yeah.
I'm going to wake up pretty soon.
Well, he's getting attention, and so is Carl Lee. Our Isaac Holtmaker, number 30 of the Vikings, is down. He was apparently hurt just off the play, about 5 yards to the right of where Galliano was stopped by Dolman.
I was discussing with Bob Galliano and Eric Hipple before the game. I said, guys, tell me honestly, how many other Utah State quarterback duos are there in the NFL? Galliano laughed at me. He says, how many of the Utah State players are there in the NFL?
It is a coincidence to have two quarterbacks on the same team out of Utah State.
We watched Holt walk off the field here a little while ago. Watch from up in the upper part of your screen. Galliano scrambling. On your left side here, he just falls down, and Holt's laying on the ground right here. Well, that's true. You know, we talked about it earlier. There's a lot of sticking, and there's a lot of different things that happen on this artificial turf. You know, look at a guy like Kurt Warner for the Seattle Seahawks a couple years ago. He just took a little toss play, was running a toss out to his right, went to make a cut, and blew his knee. You can hurt yourself severely on this AstroTurf.
Well, it's a twisted knee for Holt, and as you can see in that replay, nobody even touched Isaac Holt. He was just trying to cut back to come up and make a play on Galliano. So Hipple is back in, whether he needs it or not. At the 20-yard line, facing Galliano. Barry Sanders trying to spin away, but Merriweather is there to prevent him from going any more than a yard.
The way Mike Merriweather's playing today, I wouldn't be surprised. He's gone everywhere with Barry Sanders. He's going to try to get on the Detroit team plane later on tonight. He's been told to stay with this guy.
93 yards for Barry Sanders. Galliano comes back in, so good news is he was not hurt seriously. And Detroit 63 yards on this drive, led by Bob Galliano. 6:20 and counting down. Tony Page, the running back. Intended for Walter Stanley. Galliano didn't get the ball to him. You can see he's unhappy because Stanley was open, crossing to the post.
Walter Stanley at 5'9", 180 pounds, is one of his bigger receivers. I mean, he's got some guys 5'6", guys 5'7". Walter's 5'9". He threw it too low for even a shorter receiver on that one.
Well, they do have one tall wide receiver, but he's on injured reserve. John Ford, their number 2 pick this year, into the training camp, not ready to go yet. 6'2". Trying to get it to Sanders, and I believe Millard got a big paw on it. The ball was deflected, and Millard and Dolman both arrived at Galliano.
You know, I can appreciate the theory of wanting to run a screenplay, a quick screenplay, a slow screenplay, but they're letting these guys clean through on their quarterbacks. Look at Millard, 75. Galliano's trying to throw it around him, around Dolman. I mean, that could be hazardous. They don't have enough quarterbacks here that can play to be messing around with that play too much more.
Bennett Dolman was getting a hand on the ball. Two hands on Galliano. Fourth down, they'll go. 2-9 for a first down. Better protection. Galliano trying to find an open man. Will run it. Trying to get to the marker, and he does. Good effort by Galliano. He was clobbered from behind the last time he ran. He gets the extra mark for guts on that one.
He's starting to say to himself right now, this is a tough business. You get hurt doing that. He gets great pass protection, and by the same token, there must have been fantastic coverage that time by the Minnesota defense. He scrambles out to his left. He's still looking for somebody to throw it to. Believe me, Bob would rather throw in this situation. He sees finally he's got to run. He knows right where his marker is, and he just tips in there. I tell you, a lot of people have played more than Bob today, but I don't know if there's going to be too many people that are going to be more sore than Bob when this thing's over and tomorrow morning. Just get tripped.
Timeout on the field taken by the Vikings. 5:57 to play in the fourth quarter.
Pure, genuine, never heat pasteurized.
The Lions threatening here, but they trail by 14. 5:57 to go. Bob Galliano in for Eric Hipple has marched them downfield. This is the 17th play of this drive, and they're at the 8-yard line. They used up 5 minutes and 30 seconds along the way, which does not favor Detroit, obviously, but it's been a good drive by Galliano and company. Sanders hit at the 5. Got to the 4-yard line. Scott Studwell stopped him there. Scott Studwell, 34 years of age, in his 13th year out of the University of Illinois. And, you know, I'd say about at least the last 4 years, there's been speculation that Studwell would retire. Can't do it like he used to. And here he is, still playing great football.
As good as he's playing, he's 34 years young.
Second and goal. Richard Johnson in motion. Sanders picks his way to the 1-yard line. Barry Sanders thought he was in, but there's no indication from the officials. Well, they'll do anything to stop Barry Sanders, including disrobing him.
Well, I don't think after this game, Barry Sanders is going to complain too many times. He's over 100 yards rushing so far. You're not going to hear Barry Sanders really complain a lot about, I don't get my hands on the ball enough. Here you see him running and moving. He is down right there. His leg was on the ground. And he twists and turns, but that's Barry Sanders. He never gives up.
Third and goal from the 1. Galliano diving. No signs from the officials yet. Touchdown. Bob Galliano diving for the score. The officials making extra sure that he was there. With the ball breaking the plane of the goal line before he had touched down. Murray waiting for the point after.
All that has to happen here on this thing, the ball has to go over the plane of that goal line. See his helmet stick right through in the middle?
Where?
Right in the middle of the screen. You can just see his helmet stick through there. The ball's right underneath that. Touchdown.
I got to trust you on that one, Randy. The point after
That's what
by
the ref
Murray.
says.
80 plays, 80 yards in 19 plays. Only seemed like 80 plays. But Detroit has closed it within 7.
Working passers of his day. Wide receiver R.C. Owens, one of the game's great natural athletes. Together, they
won series, but it was a long series. 80 yards, 19 plays, 7 minutes of punishing action. But Galliano wound up scoring the touchdown, and now the Lions have got a shot here. 4:25 still to play.
We don't know if he's getting the smelling salts because he's been hit in the head or he was out there for 19 plays. He's not used to that.
24-17 now. fielded at the 1 by Darren Nelson. Nelson, good piece of running, drags the tackler up to the 19-yard line. He might have been accused of bad judgment when he started to play that ball, but he wound up getting out nearly to the touchback line. Next Saturday on CBS, LSU and Auburn. Auburn ranked number 11 at 2:30 Eastern Time. It'll match up two exciting quarterbacks, Tommy Hudson and Reggie Slack. They'll lead LSU and Auburn respectively. Big SEC matchup, 2:30 Eastern Time next Saturday. College football action on CBS Sports. So from the 19-yard line, big defensive series for the Lions now. Benny. That's about 3. Any change in the character of the Minnesota offense now, Randy? Will they try to grind it out as we saw on this first play here to use up this time?
Well, you wouldn't look for anything terribly complicated. They've got an offensive line they've got a lot of confidence in. They've got a center like Kirk Loudermilk, Dave Huffman, Gary Zimmerman. That whole left side of the line is where their strength is. Look for them to run the ball. You see Bob.
Second down and about 5. A little long 5, we'll call it, for the Vikings here. Lions really need to make defensive plays here if they're to get back in it. But Anderson, a fine run by Alfred Anderson for the first down. Tripped up by Benny Blade. That's what you want when you're running back in a situation like this.
Well, the Detroit offense has put their defense in position. You stop it, we'll get the ball back. We think we can score. Alfred Anderson gets some good blocking out of his guys up front and just weaves his way through there. And Benny Blades finally brings him down.
So the Vikings now out to their 34-yard line with the first down.
We refer to this time of the game as the 4-minute drill offensively. You get the ball with about 4 or 5 minutes to go. You pound it out on the ground, and you try not to give the other offense the ball back. Just get first down.
Detroit with all their time out. Benny, good second effort. And he'll get about a 7-yard pickup on that. Well, no, they're going to mark it back a little shorter. Look at that, 42-28, and it's now a final Green Bay. Packers actually led that game at halftime today. But Mikowski had another big second half. 3 touchdown passes for Don Mikowski of Green Bay. Dallas takes it on the chin again. They're 0-5. Barry Sanders, as we have a timeout on the field, is officially 99 yards rushing. They took a yard away from him, but they had taken a lot more away from him with penalties as the game progressed. Seattle on top of Kansas City. Vikings will have a second and a long 4 from their 40. 2:28 remaining. Barry Sanders, as you pointed out, he was complaining not getting the ball enough. All good running backs do, but he said that's the difference between Oklahoma State and Detroit. Well, today, 23 rushes so far.
Barry will sweep well tonight. He really will. This is the time of the game, though. We were talking about that 4-minute offense. When you're playing a team you should really beat, it's great for down the road. Jerry Burns is saying, let's practice this. We got to make this happen now, so when we need it late in the season, we have the confidence to do it.
High formation for the Vikings. E.J. Dozier, loose ball. Lions have it. Lions have it at the 41 of Minnesota. 2:23 to go. Dozier coughs it up. And it is Jerry Ball, number 93, who's had such an outstanding game. Not only did he recover the ball, he's keeping it.
Dozier gets some good blocking here. You got Jerry Ball in the middle of the street against Loudermilk. They angle down on everybody. All the defensive linemen have got somebody blocking down on him. Great. Victor Jones looks like he put the ball, his helmet right on the ball and popped it out of Dozier's arm. And then Jerry Ball falls on it. Forget it. The ball wasn't popped, but he still recovered.
Tony Page is on the field in the run and shoot, not Barry Sanders, from the 41-yard line. Galliano escapes the rush. Picks up about 4. Met by Scott Studwell.
Bob is showing the kind of leadership qualities that Wayne Fonts wants in his quarterback. Bob realizes that Pete is the #1 guy, but he's trying to solidify his position as #2.
Well, we've reached a 2-minute warning, and suddenly we have got ourselves a dramatic finish here. 24-17.
What good is an abundance of rich, soft leather in a luxury car if you don't have the stopping power of anti-lock brakes? The all-new Chrysler Fifth Avenue. There is no luxury without engineering.
Injury report. Here's a situation, 2 minutes to play, down by 7. He's got 99 yards rushing. What do you think, Randy? Why would he not be out there?
I think they're saving him until he gets close.
Well, at the 36-yard line, that ought to be closer. It's close for him when he's at his 1.
That's right. It is a curious call.
Tony Page is the running back. Galliano is sacked. Ken Clark. 6 sacks today by the Vikings. The league's #1 defense. That's one reason why. Now Sanders comes in now. Page goes out.
Ken Clark, Al Noga, Keith Millard, they're getting an incredible jump on the ball. They're off the line of scrimmage before the offensive line gets a chance to get out of their stance.
Well, remember, Detroit lost Mike Utley to injury, the starting right guard. Ken Dallafor is in there for him. Vikings take a timeout. They had a defensive mix-up in terms of personnel on the field. And Scott Studwell over now talking to Floyd Peters. It cost them a timeout.
That's a good timeout.
Now here's Minnesota getting off the ball. Clark, number 71, is to the left-hand center of your screen. You saw Noga jump off the ball real quick. Galliano sees him coming, knows he has to step up. Clark just reaches over the 2 guys trying to block him and gets a grab of the shirt and pulls him down.
Eric Andolczyk, number 65, just unable to prevent Clark from making the grab of the quarterback.
Well, you had Andolczyk and Glover, 53, trying to block him on that play.
6 sacks by the Vikings, 1 by Detroit today. Miles Davis going over this next series with Galliano. They'll have 3rd down and 12. The ball is at the Vikings 43-yard line. Lions down by 7, 1:45, lots of time left. They simply got to make the big plays, and for Minnesota, they've got to make the big defensive plays. Sanders, the running back. Galliano changing it up, calling it audible. Just got the ball snapped in time, and he is sacked again. Millard is there. David Howard is there, number 51 with him.
We're going to see Keith Millard. His quickness and speed I've been talking about. He's on the end on the right-hand side. See, look at flash down, number 75. Goes by the tackle, goes by the guard, Dallafor, and he's right in the backfield in a second. Galliano wanted to throw. He just didn't have the opportunity.
Lions take a timeout. 3 sacks for Millard.
This is probably the worst defense in the NFL to go against in this situation in the game. They come after quarterback. I'm thinking as an offensive lineman out of form of habit. You get back here, they know you're throwing the ball. They got Millard coming at you. They got Dolman coming at you. And he takes those sharp, severe moves like we saw Millard make on that stunt. He's a hard guy to get at an angle. You don't see enough of a piece of him. And there's Floyd Peters, the defensive coordinator for the Minnesota Vikings. You know, a pass rush is something he's always brought with him. He was with me when I was in San Francisco earlier in my career. 1976 had the gold rush to Tommy Hart, Cedric Hardman. He moved on to Detroit, had a great pass rush there. Moved on to St. Louis, had a great pass rush there. And he's had the opportunity to have great defensive players like Joey Browner playing for him. Makes a big difference.
It'll be 4th down for the Lions, and there's more football ahead when we conclude here. The 49ers and the New Orleans Saints at the Superdome. big game in the NFC West. Saints 1-3. Not a 1-3 team. The champions, 49ers at 3-1. Loose ball on the sack, picked up by Goldman. Chris Goldman has the ball. Noga puts a hit on Galliano. And the Vikings have the football and the clock. Morgan Brown puts a tackle on Goldman.
Minnesota gives them a little bit different look. They reduce a few players. You see Millard get double teamed in the middle of the screen. They run a quick stunt. Alnoga comes around unblocked. Bob Galliano never has a chance to get away from him. And Chris Goldman picks it up and figures, hey, I'll play fullback. Get two hands on the ball and just pops loose. The ground caused the fumble right there. So possession is still for Minnesota.
Right on, Randy. You saw Goldman lose control, but he was already down by contact. The ball coming loose as he hit. Anderson on first down. 39-yard line, a pickup of about a yard. Goldman looked like he was heading to the end zone, jealous of Keith Millard's run earlier. He was going to try to match him.
Well, he looked nothing like Barry Sanders, so he was emulating somebody else.
Lions timeout. With 1:16 to go. Well, tonight on CBS evening programming, 60 Minutes. He was a defense contractor who cheated on the testing of a vital piece of military hardware. Where did we find it? In jail. 60 Minutes tonight on CBS. That's followed by Murder, She Wrote. And then the CBS Sunday movie, Mystic Pizza. That's a nice little film. I saw that film. I like that. It's good. Tonight on CBS. Mystic Pizza. That's Mystic, Connecticut, by the way. I had to go to the movie to find that out. But it is about pizza.
I just thought it was a pizza you're supposed to envision what's in front of you.
Well, you're doing that right now.
Diet food.
1:16 to go. And heartbreaking situation for the Lions who hung in here. And the Vikings defensive team has really been the offense for them today. Credit to that tough Vikings defense, ranked number 1 in the league, and 2 interceptions returned for scores today by Mike Merriweather and Ike Holt. Sacks, fumble recoveries. They have just been brutal, and they have brutalized Wayne Font's Lions. 55 seconds. Being wound out as we take a quick look at some of the other scores. And Tampa Bay with a big upset. Green Bay whipping up on Dallas. Philadelphia coming from behind against the Giants. Cincinnati with Pittsburgh. Miami finally gets one. Good win over the Browns in overtime. Indianapolis upsetting Buffalo with Jim Kelly hurt. New England over Houston. Oilers in a disappointment. And that's going to finish it up. 23 seconds. We'll just count off as the players will stream onto the field with some final congratulations. A good effort by the Lions today. But for Minnesota, a badly needed win. They move to 3-2. The Lions lose their 5th. They are 0-5. Green Bay, a winner today, also at 3-2, and Tampa Bay, all at 3-2, with the Bears falling back a little bit to 4-1. And so for Randy Cross, this is Jim Ryan saying so long from the Metrodome. With a final score, Minnesota 24, Detroit 17. CBS Sports coverage of the National Football League will continue after these words from your local station.